Hey yo everybody, it is Voltage and we are back with this week's Dragon Ball DAIMA review for episode 8, Tamagami. Before we get started real quick, if you haven't, go ahead and check the description down below and come join the Discord. You'll find a link right there. Lots of fun in that place. I'm looking to grow it so y'all can have more fun with each other, but it's always nice seeing y'all get along and have a good time. So anyway, let's get into the meat and potatoes for today, Tamagami. So this episode can be broken down into two major parts. Only two, unlike the previous weeks, except they were insane. So the first one is obviously what everybody walked in this episode expecting, Goku versus Tamagami number 3. So I just want to start with this. I believe Goku's strength is now confirmed, and I'm going to say on cam confidently, I believe Goku is exactly as strong as he always was. I think being shrunk gave him some rustiness, having to get reacquainted with the new body, his lack of distance, like when he practiced the power pole, his regaining his transformations to, get that feeling back. More like a rust, more like a setback than an actual, than an actual weakness, an actual lowering of his power. So here's my explanation for this. I've said this before in previous videos, so I'll make it quick if you haven't heard it, or if you've heard it more than once, for those of you who do watch all of these. Long story short, the Tamagamis were set up so that way someone could not get a wish in the demon world. They were stronger than anyone else in the demon world. That includes Deborah. That is not an assumption. It has explicitly been said to include Deborah. Deborah has been stated to be at about the level of Super Perfect Cell. In the Buu arc, Goku and Vegeta are confident in Super Saiyan 2 they could beat Deborah. They have outgrown Cell. He wouldn't be that tough. Gohan's the only one to struggle because he is rusty, right? Following me on there? So, with that being said, Goku in this fight, what does he do? Well, let's talk about it. There's about 3 sections. First, he fights in base. It's a warm-up. They're going at it. They're having a good time. Their power is relative. Neither is exactly getting dominated in this fight. Last week, from the preview, I said my theory was that Goku was close in power because he felt like he could warm up this way. And what happens? That's exactly what he does without getting cooked. So he's warming up. He's fighting the Tamagami. All good stuff. Then he's able to turn Super Saiyan, smashes the Tamagami's weapon in half, and says, let's stop the warm-up. So both of them really start trying. After that, the fight is a bit more relative. It's kind of reminiscent of how Goku versus Cell looked, where they looked to be about even, no real advantage being had in the Super Saiyan portion, right? So that goes pretty nicely, and then comes the finale of the fight, which is Goku pulling out a Kamehameha. It looks like the Tamagami is going full power, maybe a miniature form of his own, maybe some kind of enhancement like Kaioken, something like that. But Goku decides to match it. Now at this point, Goku is Super Saiyan and fires off a Kamehameha. But it looks to me like when he goes for the Kamehameha and starts charging it, he does become a Super Saiyan 2. Somewhere in there it happens, not just from the lightning, but you are certain by the end of it, he is a Super Saiyan 2. So they have this beam clash. To me, yes, you can actually see it. It's about 6:26 in. You can see Goku go from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan 2 as he charges the Kamehameha. Okay? So let's start there. This Kamehameha wins the game. It doesn't kill the Tamagami, but the Tamagami admits defeat. He's not fighting to the death. He understands Goku is stronger than him. This is a guy who is stronger than Deborah, which to me places him above Deborah, but below Buu Arc Super Saiyan 2 Goku, like the one who fought Majin Vegeta. This confirms to me, to Voltage, that Goku is not weaker than he used to be. He is still at his normal strength. And for those people who were not sure where to put him, some were lowballing. I've heard every arc be thrown out there. I've heard Saiyan, I've heard Frieza, I've heard Android. For anyone who's been saying that, my final opinion is that Goku is at the same level he was in the Buu arc, and later evidence is starting to confirm this for me more. But if Deborah couldn't win and Super Saiyan 2 Goku does win, there is no way that this Goku is weaker than Deborah, and based on what we know of his strength in the Buu arc, that would place him at as strong as he used to be. If not, maybe even slightly stronger just because a few months after the Buu arc, right? So there we go. That's my take. Goku wins against the Tamagami. He wins against Tamagami number 3. He gets the Dragon Ball, because the last thing after that was a test. It was interesting because there was a second part, not just a fight, there's a test, kind of predicting where the cup goes. Reminiscent to me, I mean, it's a classic kind of test where you watch the cup and pay attention and try to guess where the thing is. Very reminiscent to me, though, of the coin game from Hunter x Hunter. I thought that was a very fun little comparison. And Goku does get it. I expected this, but it's not in any of the cups. He tossed it when he was moving super fast, and it's over someone's head over in the distance. Goku catches on and wins. Now, a cute little thing I like before we get to the next major plot point is I really do like that the Tamagami 3 is a friendly character and does like Goku. He's a fan of Goku. Goku's a very likable person, and Tamagami is not just some robot. He has an opinion for things. So I thought it was pretty cool to see that he liked that. And there's a cute scene where you can see him practicing the Kamehameha as the group leaves after everyone is celebrating Goku's victory. And then he waves goodbye to Goku. So very nice. So that's the first half of importance, where we talk about the Goku versus Tamagami 3 situation and Goku's power. Let's get to the second half, where we talk about Arinsu. So, if there was any doubt that Arinsu was a high villain in this story, that is gone now. I know that a few weeks have passed where people have thought Arinsu might be a red herring villain, like, again, over Goma, but it seems Arinsu is important. Very important. I mean, we all knew she was to a level important, but to where she's masterminding something big is what I'm saying. And we know what that is now. So, Arinsu is still contacting Glorio, as we already knew. And their goal is to get the Dragon Balls, as we expected. But the Dragon Balls are an insurance plan to her real plan. Now we get into the territory of everyone's favorite Dragon Ball storytelling technique. Come on, drumroll please. Retcons. We're into retcon territory. So let's discuss this one. I had a couple of opinions on it, but I want to hear what y'all think. So, first, we get a scene of Goma, who is watching the Buu arc some more. He's still studying it, and I was curious why he's still studying the Buu arc. We once again see the scene of Majin Vegeta, and then Buu reforming all of his pieces, the little mini Buus that run out and reform into Buu. However, we catch sight of a person in the background, just barely caught on this magical camcorder thing. And what do you know? Arinsu was at the battle with Majin Buu after Majin Vegeta exploded. Now, my first thought was, how the hell did no one sense her? But let's talk about the situation again. Goku is unconscious because Vegeta knocked him out. Vegeta is dead, so he's not there. Piccolo is shocked by the final explosion, and his attention is more on Buu reforming in front of his face, and he runs off screaming for the hills with Goten and Trunks. Same with Krillin. And otherwise, everyone else is not a super sensor. They're all divided over the planet at this point. You know, Gohan, and let's not forget about Gohan. Gohan's down for the count. He got taken to the world of the Kais, and if he wasn't already there, he's unconscious from Buu nearly killing him. So all the big hitters are either distracted or down. It's a smooth enough retcon that I can believe it, that she was able to sneak in at this point and grab a piece of Buu and get out. Babidi is also split in half, so that's why he didn't notice. Piccolo split his ass clean down the middle, through the middle, so that was rough. But yeah, so they do retcon this, though, that they put her there, and what is she doing? She's taking a piece of Buu. That's the first retcon. We didn't get a second. So she goes to this witch we see who is out stirring up a potion. They have Arinsu very much look like a witch, and this woman very much look like a hag. I do like that kind of fantasy-esque vibe they're going for here. So we have this hag woman, I forgot her name, and we have Arinsu, and it's revealed that Arinsu's got one specific goal she's trying right now. To make a Majin. To make a Majin Buu, specifically. Another Majin Buu. So, that was crazy. Very crazy to hear. Very crazy to hear. Then we get to the retcon territory. This hag that she's with is the true creator of Majin Buu. Babidi was said to be the creator, but Babidi just took the credit. It said that Babidi did not have the capabilities to actually make a Majin Buu. It said he did not have that. So, she just didn't want to be known for that because Majin Buu went and terrorized the demon world when he was born and could not be controlled. So he was a fluke. He was very strong, but couldn't be controlled. So overall, kind of a failure. And they're trying to make a better one. And to make this better one, Arinsu took that piece of Buu she captured and is putting it into a pot. They are mixing together a Buu. And we see this really cool cinematic where inside the blue smoke, all the versions of Boo come out. We see Fat Boo, we see Evil Boo, Super Boo, and Kid Boo all manifest in the smoke. So it very much looks like that's going to happen. I thought that was a very dope scene where you get to see all the versions of Boo coming up, because you see that she's really creating another one, and for what it looks like, it is Boo. Like, not as in, like, it's a creature that's completely different, but was made similarly. No. To me, this looks like it's going to be a Boo, like the exact same race, a Majin race, right? So, very sick on that note. And they're trying to make him easier to control by putting in her essence mixed with the thing of Majin Buu. So to get the power right and the control, and have her own Majin. And her insurance policy is the Dragon Balls. So, I know this is messy. Let me add in one more point to the mess. Her goal, Boo is not the goal alone, obviously, right? Why would you just want a Boo? It's a means to an end. And what she says that end is becoming Supreme Demon King. She wants the role for herself. Boo is going to help her with the role, but they are saying do not underestimate Goma. He doesn't look like much, but he's actually quite strong. That makes sense. That's a Toriyama trope right there. He always makes the unsuspecting characters look strong and the strong characters actually weak. He's done that plenty of times. And you know, when it comes to powerful villains, Toriyama loves unsuspecting characters. Look at Frieza's final form. Look at Kid Boo. Look at Fat Boo, right? That's, you know, even the androids to an extent can count. They're just, you know, they're just regular teenagers. All that kind of thing. Toriyama loves that trope. He cannot get enough of weak character equals actually strong, and strong character equals actually weak. The Minotaur in this series is an example, right? So, they want to make a Majin that can beat Goma. But I worry, I'm like, is Goma even stronger than Deborah, though? If he can't just beat the Tamagami himself? But maybe it's something else he can do. So, who's to say for sure? And then finally, once again, Vegeta's course changes, Vegeta and the group, to go meet them at the portal, so that way they can rejoin the group and finally be part of the show, other than we've been trying to get here for the last 8 episodes. We're almost halfway through the season. If you guys remember a few reviews back, I said my guess was that they were going to arrive around mid-season, which was this season going to be 20 episodes, so around episode 10. It looks like I'm right. Hopefully we see them next time. But we'll see. There is a little joke at the end where Vegeta's basically being like his arrogant self, and the blue dude just ignores him, and Vegeta has to give in and say please, and he still hasn't gotten an answer yet, so we'll see. And the next episode is called Thieves, which to me looks like basically another in-between episode. Like, we might see there's going to be something of importance, but it's another in-between before we get to the big things. I don't know if Vegeta and them will join up then, but I think that'd be a good time to have them join up. So, yeah. Overall, though, those are my thoughts. I think it was, in conclusion, amazing, great fight, spectacular looking. I love to see Goku's strength, and I'm glad he is still Buu Saga level. It makes everything feel a lot more interesting to me. And I very much like what Arinsu's going for in this plot she has that she's working on. So, super hype about that. Super excited for what comes next. I hope you guys are enjoying as well. Leave a like if you enjoyed the review. Comment your thoughts down below. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more. Our next goal is 400 subscribers. And I would love for more of you to come join the Voltage crew. That'd be awesome. We'll be back next week for another review. We got plenty more content coming up throughout the week. So please check that out and have some fun. And if you like the feel of DAIMA and its whole fantasy-esque stuff we got going on, check out my series on Dragon Quest III Remake with that Toriyama touch. And it's been a blast. So anyway, that's all from me. Have a great nights, days, evenings, mornings, whatever time it is you're watching this. And I'll catch y'all next time. Voltage.